Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so please like and subscribe. Today we're going to look at the Leaving Cert poem Primula veris by Randolph Healy. Healy was born in Scotland but moved to Ireland as a child. He did a degree in mathematical science in Trinity College, Dublin, and he now teaches maths and physics. The title of the poem is the Latin name for the cowslip, a common flower that we see around Ireland. It means, if you translate it into English, the one that comes early or the first flower of spring. It may not really be the first flower of spring, but that's what it actually means. So let's look at the poem, and afterwards we will go line by line. Clustering atop a leggy stem, 10 elf green bodices tapered down to blown about yellow pinafores. Near the ground a mob of blotched leaves, belching and gulping, stiff with liquor, watched constellations kink and bend, and languages drift from grammar to grammar. Sister Mary's favourite flower cast a light on all the gougers that she coaxed, effing and blinding, to various degrees of joined-up writing. One great arching cadence glosses the world as a double spiral speaks to itself with epochs for clauses, root, shoot and flower, stitching together the heavens and the earth. So let's look more deeply now at stanza 1. Clustering atop a leggy stem. The flowers are clustered, are grouped close together, atop or on top of a long, thin stem. Long, leggy stem could be like somebody with long legs. 10 elf green bodices tapered down. So, here the poet describes the green part of the actual flower like an elf green colour, and they describe them as bodices, which are the top part here of a dress. He describes the bodice tapers down. Tapers means eventually getting narrower. So yes, the elf green bodices taper down to blown about yellow pinafores. So yes, the bodices gently narrows down until it becomes something that looks like a yellow pinafore. And here is a yellow pinafore. And of course these are all metaphors where the poet is comparing the green part to a bodice and the yellow part to a pinafore. Stanza 2. Near the ground a mob of blotched leaves. So at the bottom of the flower we have blotched leaves, leaves with circles on them like this of different colours. Near the ground a mob of blotched leaves. Well, this is personification because the poet is describing the leaves like a mob, which would be a disorderly way they appear to grow. A mob would be a group of angry people usually, not very much order, and here he's describing the blotched leaves as like a group of angry people at the bottom of the flower. Belching and gulping, stiff with liquor. Again, the poet compares the leaves at the bottom of the flowers to drunkards who have been drinking liquor, which could be a symbol of the nectar, the juice of the flower, that flows down from the flowers of the cowslip. So at the bottom of the flower, he's describing the leaves like a mob of drunk people who've been drinking the nectar or the juice, which flows down the flowers of the cowslip. And also who watched constellations kink and bend. He imagines that the leaves at the bottom of the flower watching the stars, the constellations, kink and bend mean change shape over time. So again, this is personification as he imagines the leaves looking up at the sky at night and looking at the constellations and the stars changing shape over time. And languages drift from grammar to grammar. Again, this is personification as he imagines that the leaves have seen languages change over time. So the cowslip has been around for thousands of years and they've seen many changes such as the changes of the stars in the sky and also how language has changed throughout the years. Stanza 3. Sister Mary's favourite flower. The poet remembers when he was at school, Sister Mary loved to have the cowslip in the garden. Cast a light on all the gougers. So Sister Mary used to teach kind of rough teenagers, and she used to put the cowslip into her classroom to kind of calm them down and bring some nice light into their lives. The gougers means the tough, rough students. That she coaxed, effing and blinding. So Sister Mary used to try and coax or try to gently persuade the boys to do their schoolwork, but they cursed at her. Effing and blinding means using swear words. To various degrees of joined up writing. So Sister Mary used to try and gently persuade the naughty students to do their joined up writing, but they used to swear at her. Again, the idea of change comes into this stanza, just like the stars were changing and the languages are changing. Education also changed the lives of the boys little by little. Stanza 4. One great arching cadence. There is a unifying force in the universe that brings about change, but also holds all this work together. So cadence is the voice going up and down from highs and lows. Glosses the world as a double spiral. So the poet already mentioned how language, the nun was teaching people how to write, can bind people together. But now he sees DNA also as a form of writing or communication, and that explains the word glosses the world. Speaks to itself with epochs for clauses. The poet thinks about DNA and its role in creation over millions of years, or epochs. Stanza 5. Root, shoot and flower. He thinks of the DNA as being like a great plant, even like a gigantic cowslip with its root, shoot and flower that can hold together the heavens and the earth. Stitching together the heavens and the earth. The structure of the poem. The first and fourth stanza have 3 lines each. The second and third contains 4 lines. The poem ends with a couplet, which are 2 lines, and there are many examples of metaphor and personification in this poem.